At the beginning of this video, you may have noticed our new intro. I'll be doing a video on that, but that's a tutorial for another day. Today we'll be doing 3D animation with cameras and lights. So to get started, I'm going to go into my file browser and get some image. In this case, it's a nice little guinea pig. Let's just size that up. And like I said before, I love to keep things centered. So it's just 300 frames of a cute little guinea pig. So as you might have noticed, this tutorial isn't about cute little guinea pigs, it's about cameras. So you're going to click this button on your toolbar. It says create a camera. It's going to ask if you want to switch to 3D, and yes you do. So we still have just 300 frames of a cute little guinea pig. So next to the camera icon, you're going to see a little box with a few gray dots. You want to click that and it brings up the HUD. These features are also available in your inspector. And usually there's more in the inspector, but this is a nice little easy window that you can have open instead. So you've got things like angle, view, near plane, far plane, near fade, far fade, DOF, blur amount, and then you have move, rotate, and scale. These buttons are what we'll be focusing on today. So you may remember the keyframe record button from my keyframing tutorial on masks. And so you're just going to want to maybe make a slight change to the camera position. That's going to create a keyframe. Then let's go in about 30 frames and we're going to dolly in on our image. And you can also use this to give it a nice little rotation. You can see how these grid lines came up. That's to help you keep a sense of where you are so that you don't get lost, because when working in 3D it is very easy to get lost. So those lines will always help you get back to where you need to be. So we're just going to give it a slight change in rotation. And then just press this button to turn that off. Oh, wait, I forgot that. So yes, when you have keyframe record on, it records every motion you make. So we might want to fix that. So yeah, let's just reset that. We've got our nice dolly in. Go in. Make it 10 frames for the rotation. And then turn this off. So if we just quickly render that, you'll see that we get a nice fade in. So that's just a basic thing. There's more to be said on cameras, but for now I think I'll skip ahead to the light. So we're going to click this button. It's next to your camera icon, and so you see we have this thing that just appeared. So this is a light, and as you can see, wherever I move this, the image gets brighter and other areas get darker. So there's actually some cool things you can do with this. Turn on your keyframe record. Actually no, turn that off for a second. Take the light itself, and we're going to want to have it start up in this corner. Then turn on keyframe record, go in 11 frames, bring it down and over so that it moves into the other corner. Turn off keyframe record, render that, and then let's see how this plays. So it moves a bit fast. We can just go frame by frame on that. You can see the light passes over the image. Meanwhile, we do a dolly in with a slight turn. And so that's all the basics. However, there are other things you can do with this. So I find myself using cameras quite often and lights very rarely. But in your case, it might be the exact opposite. You really have to experiment with these features to learn most of the stuff. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be the next great editor. So that's the end of my cameras and lights tutorial, and I will be seeing you again in my next tutorial on lower thirds.